a month ago, I had a chat with Matt Tissier, who did media work, much like you're doing now.
Yeah.
He got sacked from Sky for some controversial opinions. So two parts to that. Do you think that was the right thing for Sky to do, number one? Number two, does that make you worried about being cancelled if you say the wrong thing?
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess it's always a worry. I don't know the ins and outs of Matt Tissier in terms of where he wanted to go and what Sky wanted to do. I think Sky maybe wanted to make changes anyway, regardless. They used it as an opportunity, maybe. I've massive respect for Matt Tissier. I loved him as a pundit. I think in this day and age, the problem we've got is that if you're always very close to being cancelled, right? You are one word away from being cancelled, and it is a worry because, and it might just be your opinion, but it might be an opinion that people don't agree with, and that's it. They jump on the bandwagon. You've had it. You see it quite a bit. So you are very skeptical in terms of certain things that you can say. But I'm always on. I'm an open book when it comes to women in football, and like fair play to them if they're good enough and they can talk and they're great at their job. Then I've got no issue with that, because I always see it as, I was a footballer, and at the end of the day, cream always rises to the top. If you're good enough, you're going to get an opportunity in the media. If you're good enough, you'll get an opportunity, and you've got to take that opportunity. And I work with some amazing women pundits, Laura Woods. I've worked with Alex Scott, which is brilliant. Leanne Sanderson I work with, and she takes a hell of a lot of stick. And I think at the end of the day, a lot of these women have represented their country. Enia Lugo, she's represented her country. And she's entitled to talk about football. Yeah, the game's slower, women's football. It's a different game. Of course it is. They still know how to control the ball. They know how to talk about tactical decisions and awareness on a football pitch of where you might want to move the ball and manipulate the ball. They still know it might be slower. They still got to do the same thing. It's still the same game. They're not playing a completely different game. I'm not talking about basketball. They're talking about football that they've played at the highest level in their field. So I think some of the stick that a lot of people get, and I think is a bit harsh. I think it's out of order, and I think a lot of people in society now jump on the bandwagon of we shouldn't have women in football. So it's just stupid. What are you talking about? How ridiculous are you? What are you going on about? Everyone's entitled to an opinion. There's people that ain't played football and are talking about football every week. Well, they're not allowed to talk about football because they haven't played the game. If they
We're talking about the football YouTubers and fan channels.
Of course, like right? And no one digs them out. Mark Goldbridge. He never played football. But he's got a brilliant following on YouTube or whatever, and people respect what he says. But so what? Enia Luco or all these people are not allowed to talk about football because they haven't played in the men's game. Fuck off. I think it's out of order, the stick they get. I think it's nonsense, and I think it's just people trying to jump on the bandwagon of, being jealous of the fact that these women have done brilliantly to get to where they've got to and have been successful. And I think a lot of them are really good. So yeah, I mean, look, you do have to be. I always try and stay in a comfort zone of if I don't know about it, I'll say I don't know.
Yeah.
If someone asks me a question about women's football, I'm not going to sit there and lie and say that I know it. Yeah. I think you've got to, say, look, I don't know. I haven't watched that game, and I think the best thing is to not take yourself too seriously. We're in the entertainment business. I'm a pundit and I talk about football, but I'm an entertainer as well. I want people to listen to my show or listen to me, and I want people to smile and have a laugh, and don't take yourself too seriously. No one really gives a shit. We all just want to have fun and we want to enjoy life. I'm very much like, I just want to enjoy myself on the journey that I'm on, and I respect everyone who's got an opinion. I respect any woman or man or anyone who's in the game who's doing well for themselves. Well done, because it's a tough industry to be in. Yeah. And you are going to take a lot of stick. You're going to get people moaning at you. You're going to get people saying you're not good enough. How are you talking about this? How are you talking about that? What's Jamie know? He's I'm at the top of my trade in what I'm doing, and I get imposter syndrome.
Right.
I really do. I sit there and think, I'm presenting TalkSport breakfast show to millions of people. Yeah. How the fuck has that happened? Seriously, I was like, I get imposter syndrome because I'm not Steven Gerrard.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not Frank Lampard. I'm not Jamie Carragher. I've had a good career, but I'm good at my job. I entertain and I have a laugh with people, and I can relate. People can relate to me, and You know, you got to, you know, it's a journey that you find yourself on, and if you're good at your job, you deserve to be there. And you know, if you're not good at your job consistently, you don't matter who you are, you're going to get sacked off eventually.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm always very much like, fair play to everyone who's doing well for themselves. I'm very much like, I'm not jealous of anyone that's doing better than me or getting opportunities that I haven't got.
If you enjoyed that, that was just a small clip from my conversation with Jamie O'Hara. If you want to watch the full podcast episode, you can do so right here.